Hey everyone, it's Matthew. Hello, gorgeous. It is Sunday afternoon and I decided to go ahead and make a chicken stir fry today, so that's what we're having. This can be served in lettuce wraps, it can be served over white rice. I'm actually serving it over fried rice today, because that's my favorite, and lettuce is just a little too healthy. But I've got a pan here that's already got a tablespoon of olive oil inside, and I already heated that up so that we could kill some time there. I've also prepped everything, so this should be pretty quick. So I've got about 1.5 pounds of chicken. You can get chicken breasts. They didn't have any today, so I got the chicken tenders and just cut them into bite-sized pieces and tossed it in some salt and pepper, coarse salt and pepper. So I'm going to do these in 2 batches. It's probably going to sizzle right away. Yep. You want it on medium-high heat. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear me over this, but we'll try. If you have a wok, that's probably what they do stir fry in, but I don't have a wok. But you want to toss it around until the chicken is opaque on all sides. Once we get through this loud part, I'll talk more, because I don't know if you can hear me. I know it's been a couple of weeks since I recorded a video. If we're being honest, it's because I've been struggling a little with my mental health. Had about a 2-week bout of pretty significant depression, and I always wanted Hello Gorgeous to be someplace where I can be honest, because I'm in recovery and this is my story. But actually today, knowing that I was going to do this kind of helped me pull out. I pulled out of it about Friday. Started feeling a little better. But 2 weeks is a long time to not want to get out of bed. I did find out that talking about it, there's a couple of good friends that I felt like I could be honest with. And my one friend Morgan, I feel, you know what, I don't feel bad, but we had a business lunch at this like fancy health food restaurant, and I started crying at lunch. You know, sometimes all it takes is somebody to say, how are you doing? And it's like, woo, you know. I'm guessing I'm not the only one that goes through that. But I'm glad that's over. I just kept telling myself, this too shall pass. Move a muscle, change a thought, forcing myself to get up and, you know, make my bed and stick to some kind of routine. This is looking good. I'll be honest, I make this almost every weekend. That's how good it is. And then I have it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for like 2 days straight. All right. I'm going to transfer this over a paper plate and then put the rest in. This is my first time using the chicken tenderloins, and it's actually easier, than cutting the breast horizontally and then cutting it into strips. It's already in strips, so you just have to cut it into bite sizes. So I think going forward, I'll do this. Thank you, Publix, for being out of chicken breasts. They were buy one, get one, the lady said, so I wasn't surprised with the football game and everything that they were sold out. We have had 3 days of wind and cold and rain, like in the 40s at night. So for Florida, that's like Arctic. It's actually nice. Okay. Let that go for a few minutes. I hope you can hear me. That would suck if I did this whole video and you couldn't hear anything I was saying over the frying. But I wanted you guys, if I would have already done this, then there would not have been a whole lot to the video. This is a recipe that my mom actually sent me. I call her every week, ask her for new ideas. I love my new cookware. All right. Chicken. Now I'm going to add another tablespoon of olive oil. And now it's time for the veggies. So Selena Gomez has a cooking show that she just did on HBO Max, and it's so cute. She did it during the quarantine, and it's her in her kitchen, and then she invites a different chef every week. Excuse me. And it's the cutest show because she doesn't know anything about it. It's so funny to watch her. I thought I was sort of slow, but it's funny. She's really, really, really cute. If her grandpa would just stop talking. All right. This is one onion, large onion, and 1 red bell pepper. Sliced thinly, and I made like little matchsticks with the red bell pepper. And we're just going to toss this until it gets soft. I'm sure Selena's grandfather is a lovely man, but she's trying to cook something she's not used to making, and she's doing a show, and he's in the background with an air horn thinking he's funny. Which is something my dad would do, I guess. Thank God he's not here right now. He'd have new ideas. Again, because this is on pretty high heat, you want to keep it moving. And if things turn brown too quickly, you can turn the heat down, but it is a stir fry. My rice will be done in about a minute. I've had the heat on for the last 2 nights, so my throat's all scratchy. I did this with beef and it was not good. Of course, I use ground beef. Maybe like beef strips would probably be good. But the chicken is amazing. So yeah, like I was saying, the last couple weeks have been a little tough. I actually had to, if you don't know what I do, I'm the director of business development for an addiction treatment center. So I have to go to conferences and meet with people and talk and stuff, which is really hard to do when you're depressed and you can barely get out of bed. So I had a conference I had to go to in Melbourne, Florida last week. And I had a exhibit booth, and the whole 9 yards. So I'm like, let me just push through this. And one of the ladies that organized it, when I was setting up my booth, came up and asked how I was doing, and for whatever reason, I was honest with her. I don't even know why. I don't even know her that well. I've spoken to her a couple of times by email and on the phone, but I was just totally honest and told her that I was struggling. And we had the best conversation, and it changed the whole conference for me. Every time I saw her, I just felt better. Even if we didn't, we were just passing each other, or I saw her across the room. I was very grateful that she was there. Thank you, Karen. She's actually a licensed clinician and offered to do Zoom sessions with me, which I might take her up on, even though I'm feeling better now. And it was good to see everybody, once I got there and everything was set up. And I had a beautiful room right on the ocean. Could hear the waves and watch the sunrise. That'll change your perspective too. All right. This is all getting good and soft. I'm going to let it sit for a second because I kind of want the onions to caramelize a little bit. So I'm just going to let it go. I'm very, very, very excited. I'm going home to San Diego. for Thanksgiving. Actually, I leave 2 weeks from today. And I'm going for 10 days, which is the longest vacation I've ever taken, I think. So I got my booster shot today. I guess I can take my Band-Aid off now. So I'm glad I'm cooking today because I'll probably feel like you know what tomorrow. So my parents are in their 70s and my mom is immunocompromised, so better safe than sorry. Not to mention airports and being in an airplane for an entire day. San Diego's not a short trip. All right. Now it's going to get, I'm going to turn the heat down to medium. Excuse me 1 second. I'll keep this over here. All right. So in here I have 1.5 teaspoons of minced ginger, 3 cloves of garlic, and about 1/2 teaspoon of red pepper flakes. So I'm going to go ahead and throw that in there. This is where it starts to smell amazing. That ginger and garlic, oh my gosh. Yes, yes, yes. And you just want to cook that in for about a minute. But I'll tell you what, as soon as you add that, instant stir fry smell in the house. And the next thing I have in this is 3 tablespoons of soy sauce and 3 tablespoons of rice wine vinegar. Now it's getting real stir fry. Yep. Now it looks really wet right now, but there's a trick I'm going to share with you. Going to let that cook for a few minutes. No, actually we're going to go ahead and add the trick now. So this, my friends, is 1.5 teaspoons of cornstarch and 1 tablespoon of water mixed together. And I'm going to add that. And that is going to, the cornstarch is going to kind of thicken everything up. I don't want it on the heat anymore. And we're going to add that chicken and all that juice in the bottom of the bowl back in. And just sort of toss that. Can you see it over here? Probably better, huh? So good. And we're literally done. I'm gonna put it together in a bowl so you can kind of get the situation of what I'm having for lunch today. It smells so good. It might not look like much, but it smells wonderful. And there you have it. Chicken stir fry. I'm just gonna grab a bowl and get some rice. Rice is perfect. And then add that to there. Make sure I get the red peppers and the onions. Voila! Chicken stir fry with fried rice. Next, if you stick around, if I decide to make it later on, I'm going to do one of two things. Either a loaded baked potato casserole, which is amazing, but that's like a 45-minute video, or Salisbury steak with mushrooms and onions and a side of asparagus, because I'm on an asparagus kick. So look for those things. All right, you guys, have a great day.